guys, so I changed my mind a little bit. I know some of you saw the video where I was talking about parting out the 240, and I did. I sold a lot off of it. Good portion of the front end, some interior pieces, stuff like that. Honestly, a lot of some hard to find things and some weren't too great anyways. So I was thinking about it more and more, and I'm probably gonna keep it now. So what I'm gonna end up doing is bringing it in the garage. I have two Z32s that I'm going to, I'm trying to part those out, but I think what I'm gonna do is get the parts off of them that I can use for like the big brakes and the 5-lug swap and stuff like that, and whatever's left, part out the rest and make some money on it to buy more stuff for the 240. The things that I've sold so far are things that I wanted to change and replace and stuff like that anyways, so I'm not too butthurt about that. So yeah, so probably gonna go load it up, bring it in the shop and assess, you know, if I get a wild hair on my ass, and you know, maybe take the brakes and stuff apart tonight and do it tonight. It's not that hard. It's a couple bolts and boom, it's done. So yeah. So here's what we got. I mean, she's there. It's pretty stout. I mean, the frame's solid. The rear end's fucked up like some of y'all have already seen. Sold the hood, fenders, bumpers, shit like that, which I kind of want to do the Silvia front end or something, even though I know it's a hatch, Silvia, whatever, sacrilegious or whatever. It's what I like, it's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I sold the carpet out of it, you know, I sold a bunch of stuff already. A bunch of little things that I'm not really gonna use, you know. I even sold one wiper. You know, I don't need that one, I just need that one I have. So, you know, I got two Z32s here. You know, this one runs and drives. It's also wrecked in the rear, but it's essentially complete. It's just complete and completely it's not completely totaled. Someone could fix it if they want to try hard enough. This one, on the other hand, does not run, but it's a 5-speed. But the chassis is straighter. You know, it's not wrecked or anything, but it's got some cancer spots and stuff like that. But these both have good parts, you know. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the shop, jack this one up, get the front big brakes off. I actually sold the rear brakes, so I might rob them off this. So yeah, so let's get this in the shop. All right, guys, so we got it in here. Got it on jack stands. It ain't going nowhere, hopefully. Anyways, gonna get the wheels off, and go from there, get some assessment going, what all we need to do. It's kind of firing me back up, honestly. Sorry for all the mess and the panting, because it's hot in here. I'm working on converting my barn into a shop. It's gonna take a little bit, but sorry, I'm kind of doing some things. Yeah, so like I said, I already cut out the back, so this is all gonna get tubed at some point. Practice my welding skills, and yeah, so get the wheels off, look and see what we got, and go from there. And got the wheels off. And from what I saw, I'm sure, you know, there's tons and tons of videos of swapping the brakes over and stuff like that. You know, the bolts back there, or the main bolt here. I think the 4 bolts are on the back one, whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna take all this off so I can take the hub off and do the 5-lug swap off the Z32. I think that's how it works. We're gonna try it. I'm not gonna Google nothing, we're just gonna go for it. I know the brakes are a quick swap. They're apparently just a direct bolt on. The only thing you gotta do, I guess, is take this dust shield off or trim it, which might be what I do. Probably not, I'll probably just take it off. But what I'm gonna do now is just spray all the bolts and stuff, so that way they're a little bit easier to come off. And yeah, just get all that sprayage up in there, spray some here on the line. Yeah, might as well just spray everything, you know, it'll all come off eventually. So yeah. So yeah, that's all. Let's let that sit for a second. I ain't got nothing dripping on there. Go ahead and spray the other side. But I guess while I'm spraying that, I don't know what it was. I went to an event this past weekend with all the friends, and a couple buddies had 240s, and I guess just seeing them all kind of done up and stuff like that. And I got my car. I got the GT. I got the Mustang. You know, and it's cool. It's the car I learned how to drift in. But you know, I had the 240. I've always wanted a 240. I'm not gonna get rid of the Mustang. There's no point. You know, it's got full angle kit, cage, everything. It's, you know, not, you know, FD or whatever that is, you know, whatever that classification, but it's good for comps, you know. So I'm gonna go with that, use that car for, you know, events and stuff like that. This one, who knows what I'm gonna do. I just kind of lit a fire under my ass seeing other people's cars and stuff, and I have one, and I have a lot of parts to get it back rolling good with the 5-lug swap and a bunch of stuff, you know. So and it's not a terrible car. So I don't know what motor I'm gonna put in it yet. I've, you know, talked about numerous things. Let's get this shit out of here. That kind of just got thrown in there, I guess, being that it was sitting in the junkyard. But anyways, I know there's plenty of room. I mean, there's LS, SR, 1J, you know, whatever. I got a ton of Mustangs. A bunch of buddies are like, oh, just throw a 5.0 in it, just throw a 5.0 in it. But, you know, LS's, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of supporting stuff for them. You know, SRs, they basically go right in. You know, even KAs, you know, other than there's K-swaps, you know, who knows. But, so, letting that spray, or let that settle for a little bit more, a little bit longer. Sorry, I worked all day, and now I'm just kind of doing this. But, yeah, maybe I'll go through the car a little bit, and, I mean, it's still got, you know, it doesn't have all the interior. It's got, I sold the door panels. I sold a bunch of the interior panels, whatever. I'll put door cards on it, honestly. I might just have to go get the buttons. Some things are going to be, it's one of the things where it's like, ah, shit, why'd I sell that? Like the cluster, that's going to suck. But who knows? Maybe I'll go standalone and get a whole thing. You know, the dash is cracked, so I'm not too pressed about that. Someone tried to take these and broke that. That's cool. I'm just realizing that. So whoever you were, you know, fuck you for not telling me. But, yeah, so I'll get some of this stuff out of here and go from there. Alright, so I want to call myself an idiot, but more so just uneducated, and I didn't do my homework. So I got the passenger side off, and, you know, spindle, cool, yep. Well, I realized I have a, like I showed you, I have the Z32 for a donor car for parts. I forgot from when I was looking it up back when I first got this car, the front isn't direct bolt on. The one on there has bolts on the back and all that good stuff, so it doesn't have this main nut here. So I gotta order the 5-lug swap, or apparently, you know, the S14 ones or something. I don't know, but I'm just gonna order the 5-lug swap. The rear is a direct bolt-on apparently. So apparently you can just swap the whole spindle over, or whatever you want to call it. You just gotta change a couple things when you're doing the suspension, which I'm not at that point yet. Right now, I just want to get the brakes on. I did get the brakes off, which is cool. You know, got the front ones off. I sold the back ones off that one. The back ones I'm probably gonna get off the other car if no one buys that whole car outright. So yeah, either way, got that up, got that cleaned, so I can start kind of just doing whatever and just kind of getting things done as I go. So I'm gonna get the other side off and just prepped, ready. I got the wheels off the Z. They're not in bad shape. I mean, I could probably clean them. This one's got a little booger on it, which, whatever. I mean, I could probably sand it down, powder coat them, whatever. I doubt I'm going to do that. I'm probably just going to put them on there just to have 5-lug wheels. I mean, literally, this bolt pattern, I could put anything on it from damn near any car because they're all 5x114. So, who knows? I'll just slap these bad boys on there for now. Probably clean these up a little bit just so they look a little bit better, even though it's just going to sit here. So, yeah, that's probably all I'm going to do is get that side off for now and then get the back. And, yeah. And then we'll move on to the next thing. So let's go do that. All right, so got both fronts off. I'm gonna order the 5-lug swap for the front. I went ahead and sprayed all these because my buddy was telling me that I could just take the whole knuckle off the back. So that's what I'm gonna do. Off the Z32, the only thing is when I put coilovers on it, the struts are different, as in the bottom mounts where they mount. I guess the Z32 is more of a fork style than a, I guess you would call that a stud, whatever. So you get, I'm assuming a Z32 bottom and a S13 top hat. So it's probably what I'll end up doing. For now. So it's getting late, so I'm gonna do all the rear tomorrow so that way I can go ahead and put the back wheels on while I'm waiting on the front, so that way at least the ass end will roll. So yeah, from here it'll be a new day. See ya, bye. Alright guys, so I decided to go ahead and start taking the back apart. I got this far. Cotter pin on the ball joint broke on me, so I'm gonna have to get that off, which, whatever. And then I realized I don't have the right size socket to fit over this. I believe I read it was a 36, and I ain't got it, so I'll have to go get that. Yeah, so this is gonna come off. I'm just basically getting everything off of here to get it ready for the 5-lug and Z32 brakes setup. Buddy of mine told me I should go ahead and do the disc and drum set off of the Z32 for the back, for the handbrake to be the drum style instead of just the crimping the caliper or whatever. Haven't decided 100%, but either way, I'm replacing this whole knuckle or upright, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. So I'm just getting these out of the way for now. Like I said, I gotta go to the store or raid somebody else's toolbox, we'll see, and get the 36 for this, get these out of the way, get everything else just there. That way it's ready for me to put it on, take it off the other car. The other thing I did read, that these ball joints on the S13s are a little bit smaller. Let's see if I can get it out of there. They're a little bit smaller than the Z32s, and they take like what kind of looks like a cone in a way. I guess it's like a shim or whatever. So I gotta get those. So I'm gonna order those. I ordered the front spindles, or no, not front spindles, what am I talking about? I ordered the 5-lug swap for the front for the S13. So that should be here hopefully soon, we'll see. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get this thing rolling, on 5 lugs. And like I said before, I have the Z wheels here that I'm just gonna slap on it for now until I either find something I like or whatever. I mean, this project, as you can see, get out of that light, is a long ways from, you know, being gone and whatever. So I got the rest of the junk out of it, completely stripped it out besides the dash. Busting my damn finger. I have overs for it. I know this side doesn't look bad, but the other side, as you probably saw earlier, it's pretty crinkled. I have overs that I'm going to use for it. As you can see right there, you can see this wrinkle, and you see all that mess. So that's gonna get covered up with something real straight, and you're not gonna worry about it, you're not gonna know it. So, yep, that's what we're waiting on. Gonna get all that stuff off. So once all that's off, get it cleaned up and ready for the brakes and the knuckles off of the Z32, and just kind of get it chipping away at it. Yeah, so I'm going to order those shims and I don't need to order the socket, I can just go get it. Go get the socket, order the shims, wait on the 5-lug swap hubs. That's what they are. Waiting for the axle hubs for the front, and then yeah. So hopefully the next one you will see this thing completely apart and hopefully put back together. You know, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe. Comment what you want to see, you know, leave in the comments what you don't like, what you do like, what you'd like to see more of, whatever I can do to make it better. So just let me know. So yeah, peace.